Am I the asshole for using a fake test to expose my colorblind brother in front of friends and family? So, I F17 have a brother M15 who claims he's colorblind. When he was younger, all his paintings and drawings seemed normal. The whole colorblind claim started after he turned 10, all because of a light pink t-shirt he perceived as white. My parents joked about him being colorblind since my uncle, my dad's brother, is. He continued this claim, constantly mentioning it to others, which has always annoyed me because I'm sure he's lying. I've told my parents, but they brush me off, saying I'm just jealous of the attention he gets. Last week was my birthday. I had a gathering at home with about 25-30 people on the weekend. The topic of his supposed colorblindness came up again, with everyone asking him to identify colors. I, feeling frustrated, asked him to take an Ishihara test on the TV. He agreed after some hesitation. I went up to my room to grab my computer to plug to the TV. But instead of a genuine test, I used a fake Ishihara test, one that anyone could pass. He pretended not to see some numbers, and once the test concluded, I revealed to everyone that it was a fake test, aiming to show he was lying. The mood turned sour. My brother and parents were furious. My family tried to brush it off, making jokes, and my friends found it amusing. Post-party, my parents were livid. They labeled me as an attention seeker and a jealous asshole and grounded me for embarrassing my brother. I feel like had he been honest, he wouldn't have been humiliated. So, am I the asshole? Not the asshole, lol. I wish I was there to see it. But why didn't your parents took him to an ophthalmologist when he claimed he was colorblind? Not the asshole. Your brother's long con got exposed and your parents appeared stupid in front of the family for going along falling for his lies, which is why they are angry. It's not your fault if they didn't stop his BS when you were telling them about it. Not the asshole. Liars deserve to be called out and you didn't embarrass him, he did that to himself. Your parents AITA for perpetuating his attention-seeking behavior and then deferring the blame onto you instead of having a difficult conversation with their golden child. Not the asshole. For people who are hand-waving this, he's been doing it for 5 years. He's old enough to know better and to know that lying is wrong. Your parents not looking into it and seemingly being dismissive is troubling. Buy him hot pink pants and a pink t-shirt and ask him to wear it and go to school. Tell him it's blue and black or something. When he refuses to wear it, ask him why the colors are nice. Oh, how I don't miss being a teenager. Not the asshole. That needed to stop. And your parents should not have been encouraging it. Info: why haven't your parents taken him to be tested for colorblindness? There are several types. Not the asshole. Do your parents usually favor your brother? Not the asshole. Sounds like he wore a pink shirt and regretted it or felt embarrassed, so claimed his was colorblind. Then it all got out of control. He is playing the long con for sure. Doesn't seem worth the effort. Him lying about it is surely annoying, and your parents accusing you of being jealous is aggravating. But you didn't need to humiliate him in front of all those people. You could have just had him take a fake test in front of only your parents. You also went out of your way to ruin an event that 25-30 people showed up to. I'm guessing your parents spent some money on this event too. I would be pretty pissed if my kid pulled something like this on a big event that took a chunk out of my wallet. Next time, don't publicly humiliate people. It never feels good. How do fake colorblind tests work? For anyone wondering, the real Ishihara's test for color deficiency includes control plates, usually the first and last ones. These plates should be fully visible to anyone, even those with color blindness, and it's a way to screen for malingering patients. I'll go against the crowd and say you were an AH. I can understand you being frustrated with the situation, But you deliberately lied and set him up to be humiliated in front of a crowd of people just to prove that you were right. Info. I guess I'm confused about what attention he was getting for being colorblind. There are literally over 300 million people who are colorblind in the world. It's pretty common and isn't a disability. You're the asshole. Colorblindness isn't the issue. You intentionally embarrassed and humiliated your brother in front of a large group of people. It was a shitty thing to do. You're the attention seeker. I know a few colorblind people. I can't remember it ever being the topic of conversation unless it was totally relevant to something we were doing that was impacted by their condition. Also, the people I know have learned to identify most colors by the shades they see, even if it's not what we see. Not the asshole. Your parents are just wrong. I've had 2 colorblind coworkers and they are both legit and annoying about it. LOL. Gotta mention it every shift. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Everything is positioned around you wanting attention when he's the one lying about a condition to get attention. OP, this is an indication of a much greater problem that you are not going to be able to solve. I recommend looking up grey rock techniques and just deal with your asshole parents. He's the golden child, you will not change that. Find a way to be zen, save up, move out and don't fucking deal with their shit. Definitely not nice, but I still think not the asshole. My dad is colorblind. Red and green is where he is bad at. I joke as well that I am colorblind, that I can only identify about 16 coolers of the color wheel we used to fill out in elementary school, but that is more about not caring about the nuance than not seeing it. What was your goal in setting him up for humiliation? How is this hurting you? Being annoyed by it is not hurting you. This isn't even about colorblindness. You used your birthday to publicly humiliate your brother. You're the asshole. Can you link said fake test here? There are several types of colorblindness, and having tritanopia myself, I'd be curious how there's one test that absolutely everyone passes colorblindness or not. You're the asshole. Petty and bratty. You probably ruined your relationship with your brother forever for pulling this unnecessary, immature stunt when it's likely a behavior he would have stopped as he matured. I hope it was worth it. You're the asshole. Sure, he's lying. Everyone knows he's lying. Making him look like an idiot in front to a large group of people while you take joy in the display makes you the asshole. Esh. I don't see how calling him out in front of other people was necessary. Do this fake test with only your parents present would suffice. Choosing to do this in front of 20 people seems very spiteful. Not the asshole. I did read most of the comments, so I kinda copy-pasted my answer to one. The real are the parents who rolled with it without actually parenting, i.e. taking care of your child in a medical way by bringing your child to a doctor to assess its vision. Being colorblind is not a joke, as it can bring real trouble. It should have been assessed and certified by a doctor way sooner. So not the asshole, as it was not your job to do so. Generally trying to humiliate your family in a social setting is behavior. You're the asshole. Did you do it with the intent of embarrassing your brother in front of people? And what kind of person does that? A nice person. You're the asshole. You put your 15-year-old brother on the spot in a group setting. Assuming you weren't being deceptive, it would have been very embarrassing for him to get all the answers right and say, "Oh, guess I'm not colorblind." So it is possible he does have a mild color deficiency. He just felt pressure to get the answers wrong during your test. You could have easily done this same test with just your family. This is just classic nasty sibling jealousy. You're the asshole. Who cares if he's lying or not? You're the asshole so much here. If you couldn't do this in private, you shouldn't have done this at all. You totally humiliated him. This is what 15-year-olds do, especially if they have family members who are egging them on. He may have convinced himself that this is the case. Unless he was asking for special devices or extra money spent for this condition, why couldn't you leave him be? Why did you have to bring him down like that? You should apologize ASAP. What you did is very wrong and hurtful. Not the asshole. Your brother was lying about having a disability. You're the asshole. Your brother may very well be colorblind to red, it's not your place to police it. If he has an actual disability, your parents should be getting him evaluated. If he doesn't, your parents are be the ones responsible to educate him on why this behavior isn't acceptable. I am however so sorry that this happened during your birthday. No one should feel overshadowed on their special day. Happy belated birthday.